Hello, my friends. Welcome back to English Podcast Horizon. I'm Tom, and today we're talking about something very simple, but also very powerful. The morning habits of Fluent. English learners. Many people believe fluency comes only from grammar books, long study hours, or complicated lessons. But that's not true. Fluency grows slowly, like a tree, and the roots of that tree are your daily habits. The way you start your morning matters. Your energy, your focus, and your thoughts in those first hours shape how you learn and how confident you feel throughout the day. Maybe you've already tried many things to improve your English. You've downloaded apps, watched videos, joined classes, maybe even lived abroad. But still, something feels missing. You hesitate when you speak. You pause to translate in your head. You feel nervous in conversations. What if the missing piece isn't a new method, but a new morning? Yes, a new morning. What if small, simple actions each morning could slowly change how you feel about English, and even how you feel about yourself? That's what today's episode is about. I'll share 7 simple habits that fluent English speakers often include in their mornings. Don't worry, they're easy to do. You can practice them at home, on the bus, or even while brushing your teeth. You don't need much time, just a little consistency. So, get comfortable. Take a deep breath, and let's begin your English morning together. Habit number 1. Start your day in English. Fluent English speakers often begin their day in English. From the moment they wake up, they try to connect with the language. Even in small ways, they might think a few simple sentences in English. They might say, "Good morning, world," or whisper to themselves, "Time to start my day." Sometimes they just talk quietly about what they see. When you wake up, your mind is fresh. It's calm and open, the perfect moment to fill it with English. You can describe what you feel. I feel sleepy. My room is cold. I can hear birds outside. Simple thoughts like these train your brain to think in English. When you connect English to your real daily life, it stops being just a subject. It becomes part of who you are. You don't need to speak perfectly or use long sentences. Just begin your day with English, even 3 or 4 lines. You can also write one short message on your phone. Maybe something like, "Today, I will speak kindly and stay positive." It doesn't matter what you write. What matters is that your brain begins to live the language before the day even begins. Over time, this small habit changes everything. You stop translating. You begin to feel English instead of thinking about it. All right, let's move to habit number 2. Listen while doing simple things. Many fluent speakers use the quiet moments of their morning to listen. When they make breakfast, they play an English podcast. When they brush their teeth, they listen to a short story or a song in English. When they walk to work, they turn on an English talk. They don't wait for perfect silence or a classroom. They let English join their everyday life. They use everyday moments. Listening is like watering a plant if you do it a little every day. Your brain stays alive and fresh. Don't worry if you don't understand everything. You don't have to. Even if you only catch half, your ears are still learning. Your brain is getting used to the rhythm, tone, and natural pronunciation of English. With time, you'll start recognizing phrases, noticing patterns, and guessing meanings without translating. That's how fluent people listen, not to study, but to feel the language. You can choose something short, just 5 or 10 minutes. The secret isn't the length. It's the routine. If you start every morning with a few minutes of English sound, your brain naturally switches into English mode later in the day. When you speak, you'll notice your words flow more easily. Your sentences will come out faster, smoother. More naturally, morning listening builds a calm, confident connection with English. It becomes part of your life, not part of your homework. All right, habit number 3. Read something small but consistent every single day. Fluent speakers love to read in the morning. They don't read for hours, just a little bit. Maybe one page, maybe a short article, or even a few inspirational lines. Reading in the morning helps you wake up your mind with English words. There's no pressure. You're not studying. You're simply reading something that makes you curious or happy. You can read about travel, motivation, cooking, sports, anything you enjoy. The topic doesn't matter. What matters is that you like it. When you enjoy what you read, your brain relaxes, and English words begin to stay longer in your memory. You can keep a small English book beside your bed, or simply read on your phone. Even 2 or 3 minutes are enough. Try to make this a daily habit. For example, every morning, right after you drink water or coffee, read just one short paragraph in English. It becomes a small, pleasant ritual. Step by step, you'll notice that you start to understand faster. New words will begin to make sense automatically. You'll also start to think more in English. Because reading feeds your thoughts. It's like giving your brain a soft English breakfast every day. All right. Habit number 4. Speak out loud, even to yourself. Now, this one might sound a little funny, but it's one of the most powerful habits fluent speakers have. Yes, they often talk to themselves. They describe what they're doing, how they're feeling, or what they're planning next. They say things like, "I'm boiling some water. I need to find my keys. I feel excited about today." It doesn't matter if no one is listening. It doesn't matter if you make mistakes. When you speak out loud, your mouth and mind begin to work together. Your tongue, lips, and muscles learn to form English sounds naturally. You get used to hearing your own voice in English. And with time, you start to sound more natural too. If you're shy, you can whisper quietly or pretend you're talking to a friend. The goal isn't to sound perfect. The goal is to connect your thoughts with your voice. Every morning, try to say a few small things in English. When you're making tea, say, "I love the smell of tea." When you're looking in the mirror, say, "I look ready for the day." These little moments may seem small, but over time, they create a big change. All right. Habit number 5. Review and repeat something you've learned before. Fluent. English speakers know that learning something once is never enough. They understand that repetition builds memory. That's why many of them spend a few minutes each morning reviewing something old. Maybe they look at new words they learned yesterday. Maybe they repeat a few useful expressions. Or maybe they listen again to a short English video they enjoyed before. When you review in the morning, your mind is calm and focused, and you remember things much faster. Fluent learners know that review isn't boring, it's smart. It's the secret to making English feel natural and automatic. All right. Habit number 6. Write one small thought. Writing is another wonderful morning habit. It clears your mind and helps you feel more creative in English. You don't need to write much. Just 1 or 2 sentences is enough. You can write about how you feel, what you plan to do, or something you're grateful for. For example, "I feel relaxed today," or "I'm excited to meet my friend." Writing helps you express emotions in English words. It also lets you see your progress over time. Many fluent speakers keep a small English diary. They write only a few lines every morning. And those few lines slowly build confidence and fluency. And here we are. Habit number 7. Set a small goal for the day. Fluent English. Speakers often begin their morning with one simple English goal. It keeps them focused and motivated. Your goal doesn't have to be big. In fact, small goals work better because they're easy to achieve. Maybe your goal is to listen to one short podcast. Maybe it's to use a new word in a conversation. Goals give you direction. They remind you that your English journey is moving forward. And that's it for today's episode. Thank you so much for listening to English Podcast Horizon. I'm Tom, and I hope this episode inspires you to create your own English morning routine. Remember, small actions every day bring big results. You're doing great. Keep going, keep learning, and keep living your English. Bye for now.